All right, Virgos, what's happening? Let's get into it. I, of course, am Rachel Navy, a.k.a. Villagio Strega, here with your late, I'm very sorry about this, but monthly May reading. What's going on? I'm having some tech issues here, or I have been anyways. Mercury's not in retrograde yet, so there's something else going on. Maybe some solar flares in there somewhere along the way. But, yeah, so a little bit late on the draw of things, but you know how it works. It starts at the end of the April, kind of leads in the first week anyways. Time's on a continuum. Keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading, will not resonate for everyone, so keep what does and leave the rest. And Leos, if you're a Leo or a Leo cross-watcher, popping into this Virgo reading here, your video has taken like 2 days to upload, to the point where it finally canceled, and now I'm restarting it for you guys. So, it's been quite entertaining here. Nonetheless, Virgos, we're going to take a look at your challenge, your advice, your potential outcome for each week. Follow that up with 5 cards. See what else Spirit wants you to know and clarify those up. If we have to, then we have to, right? See what we need to know here for you, Virgos, on the collective. Looking good so far. Some definite abundance coming in here the first week, it looks like. If it has not already. Whew. Maybe a little bit of confusion, too, with the 7 of Cups energy out. I'll rearrange the camera angle here for a moment so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Right? All you Virgos. You can see what I'm seeing. This is how we play. Yes. I hope everyone's doing well. You know, just to, if we can have a moment of silence and thought here, for our friends in India who at the time are going through the worst of their COVID experience here over the past year. My heart really goes out to them, as it did Brazil, as it has here in America, as Russia. And, you know, there's just so much going on. So if we can all shed some love and light to India, I think that would be really, really important. And a good vibe to send their way. I've had a lot of loss. So blessed be India. All right. Potential outcome. One more row here. We can go for your challenge, and then we'll take a look at the bottom of the deck, how that's going to start for you guys. Looking really positive, though. Nice little change going on, right? The timing's right on something, especially in the 3rd week here, and it looks like tons of potential abundance coming your way. I really like that for you guys. And keep in mind, guys, the major arcanas are really the key points to your reading. The rest of it's kind of everyday stuff. Major arcanas, of course, being those with the numerical numbers on the top. Let me just see where we're going here. Yes or no? No. Yes or no? Yes. Would you like to be in the advice card? Oh, yes, you would. Okay. One more here. Potential outcome, please. For my Virgos. Yes. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the deck, Virgos. Bottom of the deck, we got the 10 of Swords. You know, all that drama, all that bullshit is over. It is time to do something new, right? The beautiful thing about the 10 of Swords energy is it really is representative of something coming to an end that was really bothering you. It was really struggling you. It may have been a confrontation of sorts. It may have been some sort of energy that just really weighted you down. It was tough making decisions about. There was, again, conflict, drama, battle scars, but it looks like you're moving on from that, and you're moving on in a really truly beautiful and unique way here, Virgos, by the looks of things. So starting out with your challenge for week 1, that's the week we're in currently, is the Empress card energy. It's you recognizing your blessings. Indeed, some of you could be getting pregnant or are pregnant already, which is part of the challenge, but it also is about owning your fertility, owning your sexuality, owning your feminism, for many of you. Now, I'm assuming I'm talking to a female Virgo at this moment. But if it's you male Virgos that I'm talking to, this too is about, pulling in the rewards, making that harvest come in, appreciating the environment, supporting the environment, nurturing others. It's a feminine aspect of the masculine, right? So it's indicating to utilize that this week. It's kind of like a shift in energy where you kind of like Earth Day. It's like living Earth Day all week long, where you're cleaning up the environment. Your abundance is coming in. This too, Empress card energy is very much an abundance card, as it is, and she's Venus energy, so she is about love and communication, of course, which is beautiful. Now, your challenge, or your advice rather, for week 1 is the Six of Pentacles energy. Six of Pentacles is often, yes, it's that assistance, that aid, either from the community, either from the government, wherever it comes from. But it's an aid that comes in almost like a charitable donation on your behalf. What it does here is it brings things back into balance for you, especially with your finance. That's why you're seeing her energy out here. That's why you're seeing this Empress card energy, especially if you're a masculine energy yourself, is indicative of, okay, appreciate this moment, right? Never know when you're going to get free money again, which is really what this is looking like for many of you. So it's that balance that comes, that like weight lifted off, where, like I said, everything kind of like falls into place for you guys. You have the financial support you needed, that charitable donation from the community at large. It's also a card of generosity, so you yourself maybe finding you're more generous with your time or your finance as a result of this. Potential outcome is a little bit tricky, though. You may get pulled in a lot of directions, especially if you're running around with some change in your pocket, right? Or on the flip side of that, if you're the one trying to organize like community events, charitable events, you may feel a little tug of war where you're overwhelmed by all the options, both emotionally and physically. Now, Seven of Cups energy too has the energy sometimes as somebody who's not being fully in reality. It's not that they don't have wonderful ideas, it's that they're so overwhelmed by the potentials, they can create a sort of anxiety for themselves, or they can be unrealistic on what their expectation is for each of these cups here. So try and draw back, especially if you're being presented with too many things that you think are just like totally amazing, or I get a sense of if it's too good to be true, it's probably not. Kind of energy with this card here. But I do definitely see some stroke of luck, some stroke of abundance coming in for you guys. So spend your money wisely. Put it where you're best served, and anticipate some sort of community event for many of you. Okay, so next up, Virgo, for week 2, we have your challenge as the King of Pentacles energy. Again, here's where, like I said, spend your money wisely, and if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Because King of Pentacles is very, very cautious, right? He's very practical, he's very grounded in his own right, but he is that way because he thinks about things. He comes with a lot of wisdom, especially experiential wisdom. And as a result of that, that's how he's managed to maintain his stability and his wealth. So your challenge this week is, again, maintaining that stability and wealth, right? It's doing things practical, doing things with a sense of caution, yet also being nurturing and generous with your time as well. He's a very, very unique individual and kind-hearted individual. Could be dealing with a masculine energy over the age of 35. But what he really prides himself on, or what is so noble about him, is he'll hire somebody to do a job for him. He'll pay them well and be very gracious throughout the process, as an employer. But if he gives up some of his time to do the same job for somebody else, he won't take anything in return. He's very generous that way, very kind-hearted that way. So be mindful of that as well. Share your feelings of generosity, because you know what goes around comes around. If you're vibing that vibe, more is going to come to you. More generosity is going to come to you. Attitude of gratitude all the way with that. Advice card. Yeah, you're going to be spending some time with friends and family, I think, here. Virgos. It looks like you have some cause for celebration. Maybe there's a wedding coming up. Maybe there's a birthday. Something along those lines. Maybe it is this sort of charity kind of vibe, charitable event in the community I'm kind of feeling for many of you. As much as it is just being able to reconnect with loved ones is really a big key component to that card's energy, and that's your advice to do so. By all means, you get in the wish fulfillment card, the Nine of Cups energy, for your potential outcome for the week 2's energy. This is all that emotion of fulfillment that satisfies you, plus the ability to ask for more. So don't be afraid to say, hey, this is what I really want, or can we spend this time? Can we do this together? That kind of vibe is there for many of you. And like I said, I'm keeping this in the back of my mind here as this kind of storyline's playing out. I got a feeling there's something, perhaps it's a relationship. As one relationship ends, another one kind of begins, although I don't see any pages. And this may be more of the known kind of thing, like this was an anticipated thing. But here comes a little bit more to nudge us in the right direction here, Virgos. You're starting out week 3 with a stroke of luck. The Wheel of Fortune's out. This is Jupiter energy. It's about self-expansion. So again, there's an element of letting go and some sort of, this is what I really want, and going after it and receiving that abundance for sure. Lots of abundance out here for you guys. The timing is right, so be mindful of that. The week 3, if there's like a situation, especially when it comes to matters of the heart, it looks like, or again, your finances right, try and hold back a little bit, save your pennies, spend that time with family, and really let the emotional stuff blossom for you in week 1 and 2, whereas the timing's right on something else. Now, this to me looks like, popping the question. It's a marriage card week, but there could be some other elements too. Let me break it down to you. Your challenge is the Wheel of Fortune, right timing, being grateful for things, and self-expansion. Yes, that's your challenge for week 3. Your advice card is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, of course, is celebration and anticipation of change. This does look like a wedding, does it not? This looks like the staves there, the wands there, being all decorated out. These are like flower girls or bridesmaid, something like that going on that kind of gives me that vibe about it. But it is a celebration nonetheless, and it's because you are letting something go. Going back to the Ten of Swords energy here now. Got your potential outcome here, Virgos. This is the World card energy, and World card is all about completions of a cycle. But it comes with a sense of mastery. It's like, okay, I've got all this knowledge, this wisdom with me. I'm ready to close this out. The laurel wreath represents that mastery and success. I'm ready to close this out so that way I can begin something new. Now, you have all the cardinal signs here. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius out here for you guys. Fixed signs, rather. And again, she herself is a mature woman. She's not a maiden. She's not a youth, or a ute, as it were. She herself is again passing through this cycle of her life, ready to begin something new, but she's matured from wherever she is coming from. This can be a little bit scary. So fourth week out may feel like, wow, I'm taking this leap of faith kind of thing. I recognize now what I've learned, and or you maybe have said yes to something. Maybe you haven't quite yet. But nonetheless, you got a little bit of anxiety, a little doubts, a little fears going on. This is Nine of Swords energy. This is the card that keeps you up at night, right? This is all those perseverating thoughts. It's in your challenge position because Spirit really wants you to let go of that anxiety. Worry is wasteful in this particular instance, but it is a homing device amongst ourselves. So there could be some sort of intuitive thought you're having that says maybe this is or is not for me, or some sort of situation that you're really worried about. And again, you've got the Wheel of Fortune card energy, which is self-expansion. Your advice card is, you're saying goodbye to something in order to walk a new path. We know that's happening over here because of these two cards. That's that celebration of change. Maybe it has to do with the reconnecting energy for family. I don't see moving out, like relocation out for you Virgos, but we'll see what we get with the bottom of the 5. But again, it's not that you're dissatisfied. It's that you simply want to know what more there is for you personally in your life. So we're seeing this Eight of Cups energy come out. She's walking a new path. She's walking in a new situation, one where she can find out what more life has to offer her. This is self-growth, self-awareness, choices to move forward, especially even if emotional stuff is good. If there was a relocation, it would be indicated in this card, but I think something else may be going on as well, because you may find you also have a lot of surprising messages coming in. Eight of Wands is when things are happening fast, right? You're getting messages so quickly, it kind of catches you off guard, and you got to change your perspective. You've got to change your angle for which you receive those messages. Eight of Wands 2 is about, yes, gaining a new perspective, but it can also be about at times feeling like others are lashing out at you. So indeed, there's a need to clarify this up. It could be part of the anxiety. It could be that others may not like your choice. As you're saying, okay, I've got the money, I've got the time, I've got support in one aspect of things, but maybe people are a little caught off guard too about your decision to change something in your life, your whereabouts, your relationship, whatever it is. Again, Ten of Swords energy, completion, another completion card energy. No more drama, no more fighting. Could be someone from the past. We see that again backed up with a Six of Cups energy and the Ten of Cups energy. This could be about returning friends from the past, returning to loved ones, childhood nostalgia. Make sure you don't spend too much time there. This is a blessing. It's nice to reminisce, but don't live there. You got to keep moving forward. Then we have the Say Yes card. There it is. Could be week 3s. Marriage proposal, something like that, something along those lines, perhaps. Or it could simply be an indication of your success for yourself as you kind of journey into this new direction. Lots of vitality, lots of abundance. This, I'm thinking, is more of week 4's energy indeed. We just need to stop and take some time to think about things here, Virgo. Came into your own reading. This is the Hermit card. Again, the major arcanas are the most important ones. And Hermit card energy is really about going within, having that moment of pause, that moment of introspection, rest even, and connecting with our spirit, connecting with our soul's purpose. As much as it is, how do we give our light out to others? So we're going to tie this back into the community energy. It's really about you being authentic to yourself, and being the light in the dark places, being the light to yourself, truly, Virgo. Some of you, yes, here it is. This is why week 4 and the 9 of Swords. Some of you will indeed have a hard time going with the flow of things. We have the 4 of Pentacles out. He's very stubborn energy. Or you could be dealing with somebody who's being stubborn for sure. They want to save for a solid future, but they can be a bit greedy. They can be a bit miserly at times. All in all, though, their intentions, well, they might be the best. They may have good intentions, but if they're too scared to spend a little money, then the universe is going to say, okay, you're all set. Nothing further is going to come into your energy because you don't want any forward movement on anything. Now, he thinks he has mastered this savings and solid foundation. But you know, any moment in time, if you're not on the right path, the universe has a way of stepping in and saying, tapping on your shoulder and saying, there's still some more work to do. And I really get a strong sense of for you Virgos, that if you're not believing in your own success, and if you're not freeing yourself up to the flow of life as it is, then you're going to find your stuck energy. That may be also why at the end of the month here, those messages are kind of coming out of nowhere. It's like all the potential is there for you. You just have to believe in it. Be realistic. Definitely, but notice that your challenges are about that success. Minus this Nine of Swords energy. All your challenges are about being open to receiving that abundance. All of your advice is about transforming that abundance and connecting with others and beginning your own new path to success. All of your potential outcomes, you can be a little bit overwhelming at times, but there's this transformation and these rapid messages and movements coming in. You've got it, though, Virgo. You've got the maturity you need, the tools you need to do it, and the finances there, and the emotional stuff and love and support is there to back it up, it looks like. So, fear not. Clarifying week 1. Ooh, we've got the Knight of Swords energy. Okay. Let's see. Clarify week 2. Clarify week 2 for the Virgos. We've got the Empress card energy again. Beautiful. There's that abundance I'm talking about. Some of y'all making babies. Week 3, we've got the Judgment card energy. Beautiful. And week 4, we have the Princess or Page of Pentacles. Okay, let's break this down again. Week 1, we're being clarified up with the Knight of Swords. Now, again, he is one. Remember, I said we don't want to. You want to be careful. If it's too good to be true, it probably is, because he's really reckless energy. This is kind of like your warning. Like, be a little bit more grounded and cautious. When your finance comes in, spend it wisely or sit and pause for a moment. This guy could also be telling you to kind of like sit for a moment, think about things before you make any actions. Spend your money wisely is really what I'm getting strongly on this particular instance. The Knight of Wands also sometimes... he's been known to be ruthless, so you could be dealing with an energy where somebody else is really like at you this week. Somebody else could be really just talking diminutively to you, or communicating in a way that's just really not for your highest good. And this too could bring you some confusion. It's kind of like, wait a minute, you say you love me, but then you're going to act like this guy here. You're going to act insensitive. I don't think so. So again, kind of keep your finance things under wraps if you can. Some of you mothers out there, Virgo mothers out there, this is definitely speaking to you as a parent and how you can be successful, how that abundance plays into your life here. And, you know, you have the ability, it looks like when you connect with friends or family, some sort of joyous celebration here, you have the ability to move forward with confidence, with maturity in regards to the situation. And you have the wish fulfillment card out this week too. So I just see so much love and abundance. By week 1, it's like, okay, you're done dealing with that. You know where you stand with things, especially as a woman, as a parent. Virgos, you know where you stand with things. You know where the love and support is for sure. Week 3, we've got the Judgment card here again. That's that King of Pentacles energy. That's that celebration and anticipation of change. And your World card energy. Judgment is about letting go of those harsh self-criticisms as much as it is how we judge others. It could also be legal matters. We do have celebration and timing Celebration of anticipation, attainment. The timing is just right card as well. So this is both you making a judgment call. It could be legal actions. It could be dealing with attorneys, etc. But you're happy nonetheless. Happy, a little nervous, but happy nonetheless. You've got the Page of Pentacles energy. She is about, again, that generosity of time, that new, remember we're on to something new. New exploration, self-exploration. Where are you, Wands? Your Wands. She's Page of Wands energy. Okay, so she is new direction, new ideas, new thoughts, new creative endeavors. But here's where, again, some of this anxiety may come in, that new journey and those kind of catching up by surprise communications, thoughts, and ideas, is because she has a lot of potential, but sometimes she lacks the performance. Sometimes she has so many thoughts, so many ideas, so many things running through her head, right, that she forgets to actually take action on them. So tricky with that one's energy, but overall it just looks like such a wonderful reading for you guys. It really looks like something's being cleared up. You're moving forward from it, and you're just celebrating life. You're going to have this little moment of pause where you're like, okay, is this what I really want? Is this really being true to myself? And that love and support really is around you. So I say go for it, Virgo, whatever it is. We're going to start your extended reading out here, guys, with Damberite. It is Turn On Your Electric Light Crystal. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'll see you in the extended reading. Take care.